A small farm lies fallow. Its tiny stable crumbles into disrepair. Inside, the sunlight filtering in through two small windows turns to hazy gray shafts in the thick dust that blankets the interior. It's addressed to Martha, and if you find this, I'm already gone. Don't come looking for me. The rest is scratchy spirals and circles of halfway readable writing. You march on out of the place at a brisk pace. She waits by the ruined mill. You know it's dangerous to do that. You avert your eyes and make her do the same. The cast of shadows rises up her body. Getting married, the soldier tells you. So what am I supposed to do? What does she expect? That I should throw myself from the nearest cliff? Walk into the ocean? He snorts, sets off down the road. You wait a while. Eventually, the bride emerges from the church. Jagged sandstone rises above the lip of a hollow basin in the rock. A crowd is gathered in the foothills. Up here, the acoustics resonate. Below, barely visible.
Howdy, stranger. You passing through? This here desert is my home. Tourists like you ought to be careful if you ain't used to the heat. I grew up on my Uncle Eddie's ranch, where I learned riding and cattle rustling. But it's government land now. Seems like all government land these days. Now I'm traveling around the ranches that are left. Some folks would call me a cowboy. Not many is used to, mind. But I've been training to ride and rope for almost half my life. Name's Raymond Edward Dawson, Ray for short. And this sleeping beauty over here is Poncho. But anyway, amigo, what's the most exciting thing you've seen out here on the road? You live an exciting life, amigo. There's places out here so hot that nothing can live. But even so, there's nowhere I'd rather be. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right? You're funny as hell, you know that? Joy? Well, nothing makes me happier than the desert. And that word, nothing, that's the key. Nothing in front or behind you for miles and miles. It's all yours, and not yours, all at the same time. You know, I bet you've seen some really wild, exciting stuff out there, though. Tell me about it. What a story. Man, I never go bored sharing a campfire with you. Freedom ain't like it used to be. The great American desert is the last part of America that's truly the land of the free, I reckon. I'm holding out hope it'll stay that way for a while, but every time I close my eyes, another piece gets snatched up by those fellers in D.C. So, you know any good jokes? Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna tell that one next time I share a campfire. My only family was Uncle Eddie and the folks at the ranch. Now, it's this here desert. The trees, the rocks, all the little critters in it, and Poncho here, of course. Even without the ranch, I got plenty of family around. But anyway, you know some funny stories, right? Oh, that's a good one. I'm gonna tell that one next time I share a campfire. Faith. I don't got faith in nobody but myself and Poncho here. No God's gonna save you from that hot desert sun he himself put there. No government man's gonna help you if he ain't got nothing to gain. Anyway, Uncle Eddie always said it's rude to keep on gabbing about yourself. So I'm headed out. Going up this way, staying off the road. Maybe. I'll catch you later, amigo.
Deep in the fields, you come across a group of young men clearing weeds and sod from a roadside plot. There's an odd frenzy to the way these boys are ripping the sod apart. The youths share nervous looks. You hurry off, but the boys don't check to see if you've really left.
Pues cuando mi llama llegue hasta abajo, ya mi tren se le acabe guiar. No va a haber nadie más que el camino yo. Pues yo no tengo amigo más que el viento y el mar. Y cuando esté frío y falta, estos son los que me enterrarán. Que me entierran. Pues voy a tirar estas piedras sobre las aguas de esta tierra. days ride from Tulsa en route to Santa Fe.
They've taken over a booth at the roadside diner, tables strewn with papers and forms. He's in shirt sleeves, revolver hanging loosely off his chest. She's in a moss green dress from 2 seasons ago and a felt hat that's begun to warp. You slip into the booth next to him. "Tell me again where you saw him last?" he asks.
He was in the car with me. We were just driving down the road.
"So where did you stop the car?" he asks. She sounds exasperated.
I told you, I never did.
They have the same accent, same drawl from somewhere in North Texas or Oklahoma. But his is subtler. You notice for the first time how handsome they are together, how much like a detective movie. But her face is broken by distress.
We were going 40 miles an hour when he vanished. All I saw were those damn lights.
In the baffled silence that follows, you find your cue to leave.
They empty with a saddle meant for me. White rider, ain't fixin' for to join your faded line. White rider, don't come to claim me for I had my time.
The neon-gilded main streets thronged with revelers. You pass beneath a glittering marquee onto a dazzling casino floor. A croupier stands behind a red and black wheel, wearing a spotless suit and an easy smile. He grins at you, snag-toothed smile, nothing but the tick-clack of wood as the ball jumps from red to black and back again. It comes to rest on red.
Your lucky day, stranger.
Well, day will come, we all will join that line. White rider, they've come to claim me now, I had my time.
You reckon he can make the time? The old-timer elbows you as you try to get a look from the edge of the pen, thick dust kicking up from the bronco's hooves. The cowboy's body swings like a reed being whipped in the air.
I've been watching this for years.
You can hear him masticate something inside his leathery jaw. The cowboy's body seems to bend entirely around itself as he sails through the air, propelled by one last buck from the horse. He lands back first on the sand. A Chevy sedan, laden with suitcases, chugs to a stop beside you. You grip the wheel tight as sounds of chaos fill the car. You direct the question to the boys in the back, but they don't make a sound. You fear your feet will sink into the dry emptiness of the Great Basin. Every step is a syncopated crack of dried ground and salt underfoot. Even the vultures avoid this wasteland. Was there a road you were supposed to be following? Your throat has gone numb. You're not sure you ever had a tongue. The lonely iron-colored rock rising from the ground is the first thing you've seen in days. The air around the stone shimmers drunkenly in the roasting heat, distorting a figure standing before it. A rider, white from the tip of his hat to the slender legs of his horse. The buttons on his coat glint silver in the sun. Dust doesn't cling to his pressed white trousers. You're tired of ghouls and very near done with psychopomps. Time contracts in the heat. Suddenly, he stands all too close. Some croaking noises clatter out of your mouth as you beg for water, but he doesn't hear you. He's not here for you. You slide down to your knees as he rides on towards someone else. Ahead, on what passes for a trail, another horseman, face down on the ground, ragged and empty. His horse dead a few steps before the spot where he was pitched into the sand. The white rider canters toward him, slow but unerring. jackrabbit flees across the desert, and the house cat follows. They're equals in speed and finesse, a miniature portrait of lion and gazelle. This drama of nature captivates, even though, if you're honest, the whole spectacle's mostly just adorable. The hare turns as it lands and carries the momentum forward. The house cat reacts too slow, skids past, putting distance between the two critters. The hare races past you. Are those? No, couldn't be. This jackrabbit has antlers. Your mighty whoop fills the jackrabbit with determination. It turns and thrusts its antlers at the cat, little teeth bared like needles. The house cat hits the brakes and bolts the other direction, twice as fast as before.